Thank you for watching Lyra Scoop. We are glad you are here.
My name is Dr. Okello Sharon Okello. I am normally called the girl from Uyam. I'm a social worker, social entrepreneur, a lover of my country, a lover of home. And I'm the CEO of Northern Uganda Women's Network for Business Development, but also I serve as a founder and CEO for Triumph Women Initiative, which is the reason we're actually here today. And the Triumph Women Initiative, we tell stories of people who have overcome adversity. We tell stories of how people have grown their businesses. We tell the success story, in other words. So because of that, one of those days I kind of went to pay General Caleb Akandwanaho a visit, and I'd taken somebody who had come to invest in coffee. But when we presented what the investor wanted to invest in, which was value addition, industrialization, she threw it at me, and ashamed. I felt embarrassed and ashamed that I was talking about old news, because they're Kapeka. We went to visit Kapeka, we saw the industrialization happening. So in other words, anybody coming to do industrialization in the country is already doing what has already been done. Industrialization has already been done in the country, and people do not even, and people are not aware. So I'm like, why aren't people aware about what has already happened? So that when we're getting people to invest in the country, we know exactly what we're selling. So by engaging with him, I realized that now the biggest problem is market for what has already been produced in Uganda. Now, how do people get the market at the end of the day? So he then he breaks down Musevenomics. And if you hear Musevenomics, it's quite complicated. And I realized it sounds a little bit technical to young people. So no, I am going to now break this down a bit. I know there are people who will be breaking it down to young people, other people who break it down to young people, still in the technical way of value addition, marketing and stuff. But I wanted to turn it into what it is, what I understand it as. Because for me, Musevenomics is humanity. It's a whole human body, Musevenomics. Because it's from the start of it, infrastructure, down to the money that we're all looking for, the doctrines, if you follow it properly, from the heart, and it's from the heart and mind. So that's why the project is called The Heart Before the Harvest, because you cannot harvest before you've handled issues to do with the heart, integrity, how to deal with people, humanity, customer care, how to relate with other people, adding yourself skills, just being the right person for the right product, studying and learning more, and treating customers well, producing the right products, market-oriented products, ensuring infrastructure. So that is the whole doctrine of what I understand as Musevenomics. So if I understand Musevenomics as humanity, I wanted everybody to understand it in that way, because that is more easier to understand. That when I wake up in the morning, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to brush my teeth, I'm supposed to do this, and in order to achieve a proper product, I'm supposed to be skilled. When you understand it in that way, as a human being, then you understand what Musevenomics actually is. You realize it's not politics. You realize it's not economics. You realize it is our life. So instead of just learning, it is a doctrine. It's that you must live. It's like living. The way you breathe, you wake up, breathe economics, and that is how you make money. Very many youths cry, we don't have capital. We don't have capital. But Musevenomics will tell you clearly, there is human capital. That you don't need cash money to make money. There's a skills angle. But that skill of yours can earn you money. You're a good communicator, you'll earn money. All you have to do is keep adding value to your skills. So before we cry here as youths, we don't have capital for this business. For you, what do you have to sell? For instance, me, what I had to sell was pain. I had a pain in my heart. I was heartbroken. I was feeling bad. I was low at that time. Then I created a company called Triumph Women Initiative that produces women's stories of pain. That's when sponsors come in to sponsor those stories of pain. That's where I get money. I sold pain and I added value to pain. I packaged it, I put a logo, I registered it under URSB. It became a human being, and that is Musevenomics explained.
So with this,
and I use digital media to sell it. I use digital media to sell it. That's why you see digitalization. I packaged it. I created an infrastructure for it. From this pain came different branches: infrastructure, digitalization, market oriented. What do people want? What do people want to hear now? And that is how I create a business. You pass gas next to your neighbor. Do you plan it or you don't? You don't plan to pass rotten smelling gas. You just find yourself, the stomach disturbs you for a bit, and then you pass gas, and the only thing you have to say is sorry. And I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, it is the time that I got to actually understand what Musevenomics truly meant. And it's still within the election period. That's when I got to understand it. Had I understood it earlier, I would have broken it down earlier, but I understood it just recently. And when I am convicted, me personally, when I believe in something, I will until I have finished achieving what I want to achieve, I will not stop. So when I heard about Musevenomics, I fell in love with it. Because as a business person, as a person who runs an NGO of business women, who trains business women, I want to learn so many things. And if it's of benefit to me and other business people, I put in the heart. Now I realize it is more than a benefit. So I say people must know about this thing. I should not know it alone, because I'm a social worker, first of all. Me, I work for people. There's no work that I do that is for myself. I do work for people, and in the process, I get to benefit. It should be on record and noted very clearly that this is not politics. Don't see Museveni, and think it is Museveni. In fact, disassociate it from Musevenomics. That's why I called it the heart before the harvest. A tagline under Musevenomics, so people get to understand the human side that I'm looking at of that particular doctrine. That it's the heart before the harvest. First, don't be biased. Forget about Musevenomics and see these doctrines in a different way. You will benefit. So no, it is not funded, or no coin has been given to me to spread it. I fell in love with something, and when I fall in love with something, I fall in love with all my heart. I fall in love with my head, with my legs, with my hands. I fall in love deeply. I don't have love, and so now I'm in love with Musevenomics, and I intend to spread it. And of course, I call upon partners, partners to join me. Read it, understand. When you understand it, I'm willing to partner with anybody who is willing to take this journey with me to help young people understand what Musevenomics is. So we move from subsistence to the money economy.
Hey, my name is Dr. Joseph Eshana, the Academic Registrar of Ebenezer University, right here. The university that has been hosting an economic lecture organized by Dr. Sharon Okello on how to empower young people in terms of being innovative, being creative, and being self-reliant. And as a university, we are very excited because it aligns with our vision and our motto of excellence and innovation. What has been lectured here is outside of the classroom block. These are practical aspects that have equipped the young people, the students, not just only for Ebenezer University leader, but all the participants who have come here today, that they will go out to think outside the box, to be able to bring and incubate businesses that are going to encourage them and help them to be self-reliant.
Lastly, any recommendation for the organizers?
I would recommend that the organizers do this regularly. If we can do it every year and be able to follow up, how has the past lecture been? I think that is going to be, but also we would encourage to help some individuals with good ideas with some seed capital. Once they organize themselves into something, they can be given some seed capital and help them to come up with very good incubators businesses.
Thank you so much. My name is Cedric Otolo. I'm the director and the team lead of Kakebe Technologies, and I'm happy to be one of the organizers of this event. And as Dr. Sharon has been very passionate about young people, I've personally invested my life in speaking to young people, inspiring them, and then making sure that we understand business. As a tech entrepreneur, I think Musevenomics is a very good approach that every person needs to adapt to. It's not about Musevenomics and we think it's a political name. It is something that has been learned, and he has put them down to see that we help our country. And based on that fact, when you understand the factors of production, what do you need to consider, what do you need to have in the back of your mind, I think it's important that as young entrepreneurs, as tech entrepreneurs, as all business owners, this is something we need to embrace so that we don't go the normal way of doing work, because this has been put down together by a person or people who have lived many years in the industry, led the country, and understood what works best for organizations. So I implore that everybody to really, buy this book, get to learn what Musevenomics is. Some of you might not love the name Museveni, but the concept in what is written out there is what you need, because development doesn't come with ethnicity, doesn't come with race, it comes with the minds. As long as somebody has the mind to really transform the people, that is what we're looking for. And to my fellow young people who are out there, I implore that, please, take your time and read about this, understand the concept of business from the entrepreneurs that have lived the age and also has surfaced many different things. So I thank you so much everybody for coming here tonight, and we can't wait to be in many other cities around Uganda to really champion the idea of entrepreneurship so that the young people get to understand business and they get to move the world to the next stage.
My name is Kabeja Dokas, a student at Lira University, and I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree of medicine and a bachelor's degree of surgery. Currently I'm in Maya to study, and I participated in the third edition pageantry, and I happened to become the first runner-up. And I'm so privileged to be part of this great initiative of training our heart to invest while we use our minds to innovate. And I do stand strong, and I say that if more of such things are brought into institutions, and I really do suggest that they should start from down, like don't wait for campus. I think they should even put them in secondary schools. This helps us to know that skills, education is everything, as people say, but literally a skill could save a human. With the lot of students we have so many students, but look at the jobs, they are not there. So I really do implore and suggest that these such programs should be brought. We should have things to teach us creativity, innovation, and how to maneuver life outside education. If I don't get the paper, or if I get the paper, there is too much competition. How do I survive? We need to know all those things for a better Uganda. And I've really learned one important thing. The Musevenomics have been a great deal for me. How Shaz explained, how Dr. Okello has brought it out, I've really gotten to understand why we need to reconsider and train our youth the better way to go.
Thank you for watching Lira Scoop. We are glad you are here.